What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Erasure. We're going back to their 1989 album Wild! Exclamation point. I've been enjoying all their albums. I very much enjoyed Blue Savannah. That was a fantastic tune. Drama was great as well. So yeah, this one seems like it's going to be another fun journey, just like the other albums. But we're up to the fourth tune, which is called How Many Times? Question mark. It's a phrase that could be taken a number of ways, but given the nature of their songs, one thinks about it probably in the context of an emotional, intimate, and sexual relationship, and then how many times it could relate to maybe a sort of passionate evening in terms of how many times you made love to someone, or it could be a more negative thing in terms of like how many times you're going to put me through this, how many times are you going to do this to me. And yeah, the bonus, like, deluxe edition of Chorus that I have, it's a 3-disc set, and there's like a booklet which has this like long article sort of about them and sort of about their history and musically and just sort of personally. And there's long quotes from the guys, and Andy talks about like sort of his tumultuous relationships and so on. And so yeah, I just when I hear a phrase like how many times, it does make me wonder whether it might be sort of Andy dealing with the sort of like emotional maelstroms that were going on in his heart and his mind as he was trying to find his way both professionally and personally. So I wonder. Now again, it could have nothing to do with those things, as when I speculate about song titles. I always say, I'm just trying to get my brain working and get my ideas flowing, and like I said, it may have nothing to do with the actual semantics, but still, I enjoy doing it more and more, even for songs that I haven't heard, just because it allows me to begin to work through some ideas that may or may not show up in the tune. But in any case, let's get to it. This is How Many Times by Erasure from their 1989 album Wild. Almost has like a old school, like lo-fi kind of hip hop sound. Ooh, bass rolling in deep and sort of warped.
Love, leave me alone.
How many? Again, yeah. How many times am I gonna have to go through this?
I've said and done every little thing that seemed to go wrong.
So we're doing like the same kind of like scaled melodic runs, but in different like key idioms. Sort of like tonal, and then it became kind of guitar-like, like picked or strummed. Singing really sort of deep, resonant. Oh, that's the best version of it.
The dawning of a brand new day. The echoes of the past that still remind me. How many times will I regret the chances taken?
That's it's the flip side of like, oh, you gotta take the chance when it arrives. Sometimes like you do, and it's like, shit. I don't know. Is that the right thing? Oh, come on. Rich, lush melody. Sort of speaking to the sort of tenderness of the feelings, but also when you get to that tender area, it's vulnerable too, right?
Always the one, always the mistake.
is this Vince singing? Like, it's so different from Andy's typical delivery that I wonder. But maybe he just is really going super low in his register. Yeah, that was cool. Again, I think lyrically I picked up more in a general atmosphere and a general sort of theme of like, to actually experience that tender love and that sort of the passions that you can in those contexts, you have to put yourself out there. You have to be vulnerable, and sometimes you get burned, or sometimes maybe it's not even you getting burned. Sometimes it's like maybe you feel like you put a foot wrong, and maybe there was someone else that you decided not to be with because you chose to take this chance on someone else, and it's like, crap, like maybe that person is the person who gets me better and who I should be with. But once you've taken that step, it's not always easy to retract it. So yeah, like I said, I'd have to hear it some more to pick up some more of the specific sort of ideas. But I do think the general theme seemed very clear, that like, how many more times will love put me through it? But if you're a passionate person who really wants to find connections with people, you're going to put yourself through it many more times. So, there's an indefinite answer to that question. So yeah, let me know what you think of this one. Really enjoying going through their catalog. When we come back to this album the next time, the next tune we will listen to is Star. Again, single word title, a bit opaque, but we'll have to sort of explore that when we get to it. But yeah, let me know what you think. Other than that, I will see you next time.